What's up, everyone? Sorry, can't stop laughing at Danny. Welcome to another episode of Toy Talk. What's going on? It's Monday. It's great to be here, and we got like a huge list of people here. Let's get started. With me, as always, or with me, Clintastic for
Hey,
Clint. How you doing, buddy?
doing great.
Over there, we got Unworthy. How you doing, buddy? Unworthy Collector. Good to see you.
I'm doing good, doing good.
I'm gonna reach over Unworthy and go right over to Cox Screed. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
And then right over under right under Unworthy. How you doing, Danny?
I'm feeling real bougie, acting like a hoochie.
Well, you got like Unworthy said, you got to lift that pinky up.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
right. I can't.
That's
It's too
how you
damn hot.
When in doubt, pinky out.
What in depth again?
Oh,
Wait, what did you say? It's too hot.
it's too hot.
Gentlemen, what's going on? How's everyone doing?
Good.
Doing fantastic on another wonderful Monday.
Yeah,
That's too much enthusiasm
Monday.
for a Monday.
I'm sorry, I was trying to force it. I don't know if it sounded believable.
No.
it did. You're
Not
very
at all.
convincing.
Dude, I did not want to be at work today.
Mondays are always tough, but that's why we do this on Monday to start the week with something at least fun. And boy, it's definitely very exciting. I'm looking at, and let me pull this up. Present mode. We were just talking about this. We're looking at the Giant Man HasLab. We got 3 hours, and it looks like it's gonna back. I mean, within the past hour, it's gone up exponentially in terms of backers, and we're already at 9,957,
Yes.
That means it only needs what, 43 more?
something like that, just to
Come
back.
on, people.
Come on, peeps.
You back that giant man, guys.
I give it 10 minutes, it'll be back.
Yeah, I think you're right. And
Get this big boy in your home.
what I really want is
Ha, in your face, naysayers.
this one right here.
There you go. Yeah, that zombie. I saw that in person. It looked really cool.
Yeah,
He's got him in that. I gotta go poop walk.
It's funny because I spoke to what's his name?
Dwight?
Dan, no, not Dwight. Was it Dan?
Yeah.
there's a Ryan too.
Yeah, I think it was Ryan I spoke to, and I
Ryan
told him, I
Tim.
was like, I told him, listen, this is a beautiful figure, but I hope it doesn't back. And he was like, he looked at me, he was like, why? Why would you say something like that? I was like, well, I'm a little bitter. I really wanted the Ghost Rider car, so
You're never gonna let that go.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna let that go. No, because you know what? Mesco is gonna release that a little truck, and everybody's gonna buy it. It's gonna be more expensive than that car, so I am gonna be bitter. I'm
Holy
gonna be-
shit, it just jumped 30 more. Just since,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna make it.
It's
Elon Musk just backed this.
You know what? I'm not wishing any misfortune on anybody because I know a lot of
I'm
people want this, but it's
It's
gonna
gonna-
be crazy
Yeah.
if it gets to like 1 hour or like 15 minutes left and like 100 people drop out.
sure.
That's not funny, but
Wh-
it might
which-
happen.
Which does happen. It has happened, but this close, like, I mean, you're like, look, we're 10 away already.
I don't think they would tell anybody that it didn't fund, and then they would just
Yeah.
No,
do the 9,990.
Well, isn't that what happened to the Charger? Didn't people like just back out on the last day or something?
Wasn't that like over 1,000 short though? Like when it got
Yeah, I
down
think
to the
so.
wire?
I
It
think
was
so.
was it just 1,000?
I think it was.
Oh, it backed.
Hey.
It's backed.
Whoa.
Yeah,
It's backed for now. For now. Asterisk.
Unworthy, shut your mouth.
I think
Clint, did you back
Somebody-
this?
I did not back it
somebody's
And
wife
why
just
are you
slapped
telling
somebody.
me to shut my mouth?
because I want it to back for everyone else because
Oh.
I'm a nice person.
Are you? Okay.
No,
I
but
believe you.
in this case, I am.
I'm not. I'm glad everybody's getting their giant man. Just remember that when it arrives home and you open that box, just think of all those sad humans, grown men that really wanted that Ghost Rider car in their homes. Like
Well,
this.
I definitely agree with you. I think that was really disappointing in terms of just how toxic
I asked them.
the Charger did. But
I asked if there was a possibility if they would ever. I don't want to take away. Listen, congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to Hasbro.
hey, I backed it. I'm excited.
Getting funded. I hope everybody enjoys their Giant Man. But like I had asked if they would ever bring it back or even try again to see and maybe add more, and they said they don't think so. And I was like, oh, that sucks because And Yimbo, I know Yimbo's here somewhere, but like Yimbo will tell you like the level of detail that thing had on the outside in. Like it's one thing to show like product photos, but to actually be there and see it in person, anybody like you'd be crazy. I think people were just going into the whole like. I mean, I understand people didn't want it. That's okay, but like some of us really did want it. Even me, I don't even collect Hasbro, and I really wanted it.
And I wanted you to get it so I could get that Madeline Pryor figure.
Oh, that's exactly what was going to happen. I was going to give away all the legends, and I was just going to keep the car. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
I was kind of back and forth. I funded it, and then I let everybody get in my head about it not being worth the price, so I unfunded it. Backed out. And then when they announced Madeline Pryor, I rebacked it. And then I was trying to get Clint to go in Has. I was like, if you go Has with me, I'll send you that Madeline Pryor. No problem. Just, no questions asked. You give me half the money, I'll send you that one figure.
Mm-hmm.
Totally worth it.
Well, again, not to take away from the Giant Man. Congratulations to everybody who's getting the Giant Man. Congratulations to Hasbro. It is a beautiful figure. I also saw that Giant Man in person at New York Comic Con. It is beautiful. The details are great. So congratulations to everybody, man. I hope you guys, I can't wait to see everybody's photos.
Yeah, I'm okay. Really excited for Giant Man. I think at least for some of the pluses, like despite what happened the previous Charger, some of the pluses for at least this Giant Man for me are really the price point was fine.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for a person that spends like maybe $100-something on a Mafex, something that's oversized, detailed, and pretty amazing. And one of a kind, kind of a unique to their collection. This is definitely something I really wanted. And not only that, now it's like, all right, let's move on to
Clint.
what happened to Clint? Oh, he probably swiped. Oh no, he's off. He's still on. One thing that I really want is that zombie faceplate. Let's get to 12,000 tonight. Come on. We got 3 hours. I think that could happen.
Never gonna get it.
Oh, and you have the Sentinel.
That is his Giant Man.
That's awesome. Yeah, Sentinel's awesome.
This is my Giant Man, guys. This is my Giant Man. He's beautiful.
He's gorgeous.
He is.
I can't show off my Giant Man. It's not that kind of show. You'll have to tune in to Thursdays.
Tune into the after party up there.
OnlyFans and
only on the or it's gonna be on our Patreon. So.
When you backed the Sentinel, Clintastic, like you were all in from the start.
I didn't back the Sentinel. Actually, I got it in the aftermarket.
Oh, you did.
And that's what you get. You had to pay double.
Yeah, did you? Like
it's literally double.
And that's what you get for being such a big X-Man fan and not backing.
You kind of blacked out there. Clintastic can't see your face, but yeah, you know, go into the chat. You know, Yimbo. Yimbo's here. What's up, buddy? Cal the Collector. How you doing, buddy? Mike Hex jumped on last night.
Mike Hex, what's up?
He wants another 6. He wants a 6-inch version. That'd be cool. Like,
have they made that in 6-inch version yet?
That Toy Biz made one.
Yeah,
that kind of looks like that one.
A 6-inch version of what?
Giant Man.
Giant Man.
Well, at that point, he would be regular man.
Regular guy.
The Hasbro version is the guy that she tells you not to worry about.
I think if you take like the Hank Pym head and put it on like the the Wolverine body that came with the motorcycle, that's you're sort of halfway there because it's Hank Pym wife beater, So
Yeah.
So it's already at 10,111. So
I'm trying not to back it because I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. What am I gonna do with a giant man?
Yeah,
you'll do nothing. You'll do nothing with it.
You already have a bunch of hot toys.
I'll pose them next to Michael Myers. They'll be like for the holidays. Oh man.
Well, that's exciting. I'm excited for that.
I am excited.
I have the opportunity to at least buy a Galactus too, so I'm getting a Galactus at Legion's Con, which I'm really excited for.
Nice.
So I'll have that, a Giant Man. Now I just need a Sentinel, I guess.
There you go.
Hey guys, I gotta check it out.
Okay, all right. Everything cool?
I mean, just some home stuff.
All right, sounds good, man.
I might jump back on though.
Awesome.
All right, buddy.
Take it easy. No worries.
I wanted the Galactus, but I kind of got back into collecting, like really spending money on collecting, just as Galactus was like open.
Yeah.
So I didn't get into it. I didn't get in when it was funding, and then to buy it aftermarket was crazy.
And that's what happened with me and the Sentinel. Like, I really didn't kick up collecting until after it already had passed. So.
Yeah. I think it was at the time, I thought it was a hard pill to swallow for the Galactus.
Mm-hmm.
I remember backing it and then being like pulling out, and I was like, no, I can't do this. I'm lucky because the Sentinel I'm getting is not going to be it's going to be probably at regular price. So.
Nice.
Oh, good. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not paying anything extra, so I'm lucky in that case. But yeah, otherwise I wouldn't buy it. But there was a Sentinel at New Jersey Comic or Toy Con.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, I can't remember. It was going for a reasonable price. It was still over.
I think somebody was able to talk them down on the
New
price.
York Rebel.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Excuse me,
but-
guys. Let me blow my nose here.
That's fine, buddy. I think that was at the Sentinel was like 600, 500, 600, something like that. Which now that I say it loud, that seems like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if McFarlane would do like something sort of like HasLab, like crowdfunding?
What do you think it would be? I mean, he's done the Batmobile, which I thought a lot of people wanted.
I would love like a anti-monitor that big, like Batman.
Anti-monitor that big, yeah. Or
even like
Necron should be that big.
Or even like what was the villain in the what is it, where the Batman Who Laughs became like the I forgot.
Like the Darkest Night?
Yeah, he was fighting this villain. It was one of the like the
the one that Darkest Night was fighting. Yeah.
She would be great. She would be great as a or even like a Darkseid. Like I want a big mega version of Darkseid. I don't want
do you remember DC Direct did that bigger Darkseid?
Unworthy has it now.
Yeah, I sold mine.
Oh, you crazy. That was like one of the best looking Darkseids ever.
It was cool. I did
level
sell it for a lot though.
Good for you. Even better. Yeah, it was a nice one. I like the one with the 2-pack with him and Grail. That's another good one from Icon.
Oh, that one's crazy.
That one's really cool. That one.
That's it.
Yeah.
See, he has his shoulder pieces, but they fell off.
Oh.
But yeah, this is a big, hefty boy. Now look at that back. Look at that donk he's got.
Ooh,
that thing was like what, 120, something like that.
I don't know. No. I got it.
Retail?
60?
Retail, if I'm not mistaken, I paid $80 for him.
Okay,
80. When it came out.
Or no, first came out. Yeah, no, 60. I got 60. Yeah, 60.
Oh, that's not bad. That's even better.
It was loose. It wasn't in a box. It was. But
hey, that's awesome though.
He didn't come with anything
until I got him. He had the shoulder pads on when I got him, and then the first time I posed him out with his arm out, with his
He took him
shoulder
right
pad
off.
flying.
What that was a good one. Did they made another one? I think it's big one. I think I have it. It's the Lex Luthor and the armor.
Oh yeah, I have that one as well.
I
The
got that one.
that was from the Action Comics with Tony Dan. I remember that was like one of my favorite ongoing series, the Tony Daniels ongoing series, where Lex Luthor wore that mech suit.
Yeah, it's the green mech suit that I'm talking about.
Yeah. It had
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was really big. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that size difference between them.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
big.
yeah. Well, Darkseid was that big, like in the comics, right? He was like pretty
He was.
big.
That's
He wasn't
the new 52.
Yeah, the new
Darkseid.
52 version. Yep.
Yeah, this is the one that they did before they did the icons with the
Yeah.
2-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So if McFarlane were to do something like that, I mean, maybe a Batcave.
Honestly, he
Back-
could have done the Batwing. He could have done the Batwing and probably sold them all if he had done the Batwing as like a crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Because now you're seeing those Batwing prices go down, you know, because they're still available.
Yeah.
From McFarlane.
Yeah.
What's it down to now? It was like 350, right?
I want to say I saw them. They were on clearance. Well, not clearance, but sale price on McFarlane's store was like $250.
Yeah.
Like it's dropped a whole $100.
Yeah, that's all. No, it's a bit. That's big to eat. And that
Hall
is
of-
that metal? That's metal, right?
Hall of
Pretty
Justice
sure.
would be nice.
Hall of Justice.
Hall of
Right.
Justice would be really nice if they did, or even if
Legion
they
of-
just
Fortress of Solitude too.
Fortress.
Oh,
of
You know, if
Solitude.
they-
Oh, Fortress
If
Solitude.
if
yeah.
McFarlane did a crowdfunding, and maybe I'm just a little partial, but I would like him to see I'd like to see him do like the Owen power battery for Green Lantern.
That would be dope.
Like
Oh,
the whole
that'd be
power
cool.
battery, have it
Yeah.
come with several of the Guardians, and like maybe the add-on tiers were like Kilowog, you know, some of the bigger, beefier boys from the Green Lanterns.
That would
Yeah.
be cool. So the planet Oa with the battery. So yeah, I could definitely see something like that.
Or maybe not even like the planet, but just like the battery. And like you could even, I'm sure they could do it to where they could have different clip-on covers. So like you could have the Red Lantern battery or the Yellow Lantern
Oh,
battery.
that'd
you
be
know?
cool.
Yep. Well, throw us a curveball. Give us New Genesis and give us Apocalypse. Give us both.
Apocalypse
Like
would
or like make them like where you could switch them into both. Like you have Apocalypse, but then you could switch it and make it into New Genesis. That'd be dope. Something cool. Give me a
New
Kraken.
Genesis. I don't think New Genesis was nearly as popular as.
Well, I mean, you know, it's different. It's something that you know you wouldn't expect from McFarlane to do. It's a curveball. I love when toy companies just give you something that you didn't expect that they were going to make.
Yeah, I
Instead
think
of-
realistically, it would have to be something Batman or Superman related. Like you wouldn't see them giving you anything from Green Lantern or Flash. Like it'd have to be
Which sucks.
his cash cow. It'd have to be Batman, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then go with the Batcave, or even go with like the top roof with the bat signal. Like give us like the Gotham City police station or something. I don't know. Do something, McFarlane. Give us something nice.
I've already got an awesome Batcave from
you do.
Jedi Jack. I don't need another Batcave. I've got the best Batcave that's ever been made.
Yep.
I don't, but I would like one.
I
You
tell
should
you,
definitely-
he'll make
Yeah.
you one. He just won't make it the same one that I've got.
Yeah. You got to tell when you ask for any dial from Jedi Jack, you got to tell him you got to destroy it. Don't ever remake this one. It's not for anybody else. Like it's a personal one. So,
Personal.
yeah, I have a whole basement with stairs and a boiler room and a death room and everything. And I said, hey, I don't need this recreated at all.
Don't let me see anybody else doing this.
There's no copyright lawsuits are gonna go out.
What's up, Machu? How you doing, buddy? And you know, everyone who's listening, thanks for joining us. And you know, we love all the questions, and the chat is like really the best part of Toy Talk.
Absolutely.
And any other stream that I've been on or watch or whatever, because I don't laugh harder. I haven't laughed as hard as I do with the comments that all of you provide. So please, we'll do our best to make sure that we're showing them, talking about them. But please comment. Please do participate. This is an interactive show as we keep talking.
Be yourselves here.
So one thing I've noticed, at least when we talked about update, Giant Man's at 10,275.
Nice.
Is if McFarlane were to do something like this, we would want. It sounds like we would want like some sort of layer or something like that.
Yeah, some sort of place set.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Fortress of Solitude. I think that's cool.
That would be cool.
I don't like that. I don't like.
Of course you don't. Of course.
I'm not a Superman guy.
I think you've made that point many times, sir. No, it'd be dope if they did like I'm looking forward to like hopefully one day that he tackles the Superman series movies, like the Christopher Reeve movies.
Yeah.
And he makes like a whole line. I'm gonna that'll be the day that I take a break from NECA and I'm just buying everything. I'm buying it all.
That has to be the next one, right?
I mean, it would be nice.
I mean, I think because of how successful the Batmobiles were, how successful the 6-pack of Batmans were, and this Batman and Robin wave is going to be flying off the shelves. You're not going to be able to find it. I wouldn't be surprised you get in one of the next big waves next year. You get the Christopher Reeves version of Superman.
Yep.
You get the original classic TV show Wonder Woman. I bet you get it all.
They just announced a new Wonder Woman that looks amazing.
She looks so good. I cannot wait.
And the logo looks great with the motorcycle too.
Yes.
He's
really stepping up and doing. There was a lot of criticism on McFarlane for not giving you extra head sculpts, not doing different characters. Like comic characters like Marvel was. Giving you rare, deep cuts, and he's answered it all. He's been giving you extra head sculpts, extra hand sculpts. I mean, we just got Firestorm, Sinestro, Hawkman. Like he's giving you all the characters that you want.
Not only that,
everybody wrong.
Not only that, they're good sculpts. Like that Wonder Woman looks outstanding.
Amazing.
I can't
wait for that. I am so scared that I'm gonna miss that pre-order. Like I'm gonna be just too late, like I was with getting 2 Batmobiles. Like I was trying to get 2 Batmobiles and only ended up with 1.
Is that really a Target exclusive one? Nope, not.
The Wonder Woman, I think it's going to be Amazon exclusive.
Oh,
okay. Man, Clint's having some connectivity issues.
Maybe it wasn't. No, Lobo's the Amazon exclusive. That one's going to be tough to get to. I think. Well, I mean, usually anything that he puts out that's exclusive, you can also get it on his site. So, like, you have it. At least you have a couple places you can try to hit.
I think. I mean, if he was smart, that Wonder Woman's out for wide resale. Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm going to assume that it's probably going to be Target exclusive because it's in this. It was announced in the same wave with Hawkman, Sinestro, and Firestorm. So I'm guessing. I could be wrong. I'd be very happy to be wrong because it gives me more options to be able to pre-order from.
I'm gonna have to look. One thing. Speaking of McFarlane, this weekend. Hey, Clint, everything okay?
Yeah, for some weird reason my video's lagging. So.
Oh, it is.
I think I fixed it, but.
One thing that showed up I always check these the Batman animated series figures, Mr. Freeze, Scarecrow, all that. I do have a lot of them as the DC Direct releases. Yeah. They came back all up on pre-order, so I bought. I was like, I can't like risk it. Like, grab them. The only one that wasn't is that Batman that you just showed. So I gotta wait until that one comes up. I have a feeling that I'll find it somewhere.
I bet you do.
I want to finish Condiment Man. Get that Batman.
Finish
the next Condiment Man. He's the Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
Whew, all right.
I know.
You had me there.
I know. Right there. Look at that.
Wow. That would be a nice costume.
I tell you what, Chris, I'm not going to be buying any more of these except for Robin if I find them. So if you
Okay.
can't find Batman, I will send you Condiment Man's pieces.
Do you have Robin?
I avoided pre-ordering them because I was like,
Okay.
I'm going to see them in stores, and I've seen the Bat Cycle a bunch of times in stores, not seen any of the figures. I walked into Target today and saw this, and it was the only one from the wave, so I picked them right up. But I'm gonna try like hell to get Robin. If I don't see him, then I don't get him.
If that's only if you don't see him.
I mean, I could order him online, but I try to avoid ordering online as much as I can.
Do
It's unavoidable sometimes, but
Mike Hex has jokes.
okay. What if, I mean, I have it in my cart right now. Another Robin.
you
So-
get another Robin in your cart, and I'll
I'll swap.
He'll send you a Condiment Man.
I'll send you Condiment Man's whatever comes with Batman. What is it? His arms? Yeah, I think it's his arms.
Well, how about this? Yeah.
Well, how about this? Yeah.
Whoa, what happened? Can you? Is there like a?
It's Total
I
Recall.
think Clint's having some technical difficulties.
All right, Clint. I'm just gonna take you off for a sec.
Recall.
I will if you order a second Robin, I will pay you and send you Condiment Man's arms.
You don't even send it because then we'll see.
Oh yeah, that's
each
true.
other.
I'm gonna see it at Legion's Con. I'll bring.
So
him with
I'll bring this Robin because it looks like it's going to ship. So yeah, you have a Robin.
You have a
Yes.
Robin Unworthy. There you go.
I mean, you got to have a dick to go with your Batman.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
That is true.
I've got a Batman in every line, in the dick to go with him, other than Batman and Robin, and that one hasn't happened yet. But I'm going
to. Nation Green, what's up, buddy? It has been a while. Good to see you. Awesome. Well, I'm glad that kind of just organically happened. But yeah, I'm really excited for those. The fact that you had told me that they're the same tooling as the previous DC Direct animated series figures kind of had me sold. That Scarecrow looks like he's a lot of fun. So does Mr.
I don't
Freeze.
think it is the same tooling. This guy looks way bigger.
Does he?
He looks taller, at least. I could be wrong, but I mean,
oh man,
well, maybe they're about the same.
they
I'm
look
trying to put him about where, but it's not the same tooling because if you look at the Batman, he's got ab crunch action, and this does not.
Yeah, that does not. That's true. Are you guys going to Rhode Island Comic Con? I am not.
And I think the legs are different because he's got the original DC Direct has kind of like the 2-point like the side hitch here.
Okay.
And this one looks like it's on a ball. Why don't I take him out? That'd be a lot easier.
Take him out. You guys.
Rhode Island Comic Con. I wonder what guests are going to that.
Oh, and it's cloth goods cake too.
That's awesome. Hey, Clint.
Am I good now?
You're
You're
good
good,
now.
buddy.
Yeah.
Yay.
But yeah, let me know what you think of that Batman. I definitely want it. So, there's not a big figure that that DC really has though that would be in comparison to like Galactus or other than Anti-Monitor, but honestly, he's not as big of a character that I'd be excited.
No.
For, to be honest.
Yeah, other than Anti-Monitor and Perpetua, I don't really think.
Yeah. They got a nice little lineup at Rhode Island Comic Con of guests.
Who's going?
Let's see.
He's
We
got
have
Hold on.
Jamie Joe Johnson is going. Look at that.
That sculpt looks great.
Yeah.
And the ab crunch Single jointed elbows still.
I just don't like the paint job.
Cloth goods cape, but it's not really all that great. It's very stiff.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah, the paint on the original is definitely better. Original.
Yeah. I don't like what they were trying to do some cell shading there. It didn't really look great.
But I don't know it doesn't have toe articulation either. But it's got double jointed knees. So it's not the same thing that you're getting. It's not the DC Direct exactly.
Okay.
Cool.
But it's pretty close. They're about the same size now that I've got them out standing next to each other.
They look cool. I mean, it was smart of them to redo redo that line. So
yeah, it was a popular line when it first came out. Remember when DC Direct came out with them? They were like flying off the shelves.
Yeah, exactly. I have the released Batmobile from
Yeah, me
DC
too.
Direct, and that one's awesome.
Pretty cool.
What? Switching gears, who's at Rhode Island Comic Con?
Let's see, because my Hex brought it up. Let's see. We have Lou Ferrigno is going. Jamie Joe Johnson, the Pink Ranger, is going to be there. Tyler Hotch, the Superman that I like.
Really?
Yeah. Dean Cain is going.
No way.
Brandon Roth will be there.
What?
The voice of Wolverine will be there.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who else? He was in New York.
The guy that played what's his name? The actor that played the Colonel in Green Martian Manhunter in the Justice League movie is going to be there.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Edward James Olmos is going to be there. Ernie Reyes is going to be there. Who else? What do we got? Let's see. I thought that was Adam Sandler. Oh, here's a good one. Linda Hamilton. Linda Badass Hamilton will be there.
Wonder Woman?
That woman. Linda Hamilton?
Oh, Terminator 2.
Well, that's another.
Diane. Which one is? Who is Wonder Woman? Is it a Linda?
Linda Carter?
Carter? Yeah.
Paula Abdul.
Straight up.
Paula
That's it.
Abdul
straight up now. Tell me, ain't lying.
Straight up now. Tell me. Yeah.
How are they advertising her? As
Tom Welling. A lot of Supermen are going. Tom Welling will be there.
Sounds like you ought to go.
I might. I just might go. I don't see any horror people but the guy that played what's his name? Stephen Dolph that played Deacon Frost. He'll be there. I don't see anybody else that I would want to meet. Honestly. I mean, Paula Abdul, why not? Linda Hamilton would be one. That's pretty much it. That's exciting. Yeah, nothing crazy.
Honestly, that's a pretty big lineup.
They have a lot of people going. Actually, more than New York Comic Con, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Way more. Oh, Carl Weathers. I would love to meet Apollo
Really?
Creed.
Carl Weathers is going to be there?
I would love to meet Apollo Creed. I won't even call him Carl. I'll call him Apollo. Yeah, that's it. They got a lot.
I think this is the first set of McFarlane's I've ever got that doesn't come with a foot base, like the circle.
I just leave them in the box and throw them out.
See, I've got like hundreds of them because like all of them they're all on the plate on my shelf just because I bump it around a lot. I don't know, falling over.
They're helpful to you.
Yeah, just for display. Like I don't use them for photography, but for like all of these back here, they're all on their pegs. And then I've got like hundreds more of them in a bin, I'm sure. But they didn't come with them. That's weird.
That is I guess I can see him like moving away from them. You know what I just opened up? I got it on sale on Amazon. This is the Blue Beetle.
Nice.
Oh, he's good.
This one's fun. I didn't want the wings, although now I'm seeing this, I'm like, it's missing
Mhm.
wings.
I got both of them, and then
Yeah.
I've been waiting for the one that came with wings. I've been waiting for him to go on clearance so I can buy another one, just so I can cut the wings off and have the scarab, like the tines that come up over his shoulder without the wings.
Yeah,
Because if
yeah,
you that Jaime's always got the tinctures or whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Del Rosa will be there. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I would watch. I definitely meet Linda
Linda Hamilton. He was gonna say
No,
Linda Carter too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Linda Carter too. Linda Carter too. Linda Carter's still fine.
Definitely,
Still fine.
definitely
Still
love
fine
to
woman.
meet her.
Yes.
Paul Abdul, definitely. How did they advertise Paul Abdul at Comic-Con? Are there any? Is it just meet Paul Abdul?
I think I'm assuming meet the one of the hosts or the former hosts of American
Idol.
Pop
Wasn't
sensation.
she one of the voices in Bebe's Kids? Maybe that's what they're
probably
advertising her for.
Yes, because
wasn't she the mom in Bebe's Kids? Clint, you would know, wouldn't you?
He's like, no.
No.
By the way, 2 weeks in a row, we mentioned Baby's Kids.
Baby's Kids.
This ab crunch is absolutely useless. This is all you're getting. Might as well not had it. E for effort, but useless.
Tim McFarlane, you had it.
What?
I mean, he can't say it doesn't. He can't say it doesn't have the ab crunch feature. It's just that's as much of an. Well, I guess that's not so bad.
So, Unworthy, are you gonna try to get all of them, or do you really just want Robin?
To be honest, if I had seen all of the wave today when I picked this up, I probably would have bought Robin and Scarecrow.
Scarecrow, yeah. Scarecrow looks great.
I don't care about completing Condiment King, and honestly, I don't really care about. I'd probably buy the whole wave and then sell Condiment King complete.
I could see that. Clintastic, I saw you had Bishop.
Yep, finally got him.
Nice.
What are your thoughts?
Overall, I like him. Like, yeah, like it's missing some of the details from the original, but since it's probably the 1997 style, I'm not too mad at it. And then I also have this head sculpt for customs potentially because he wears a different suit nowadays in the comics. It's more of a red jacket and everything. So I'm impressed with it. Like,
did you try to head swap?
Yes.
Like,
so Machu head swapped his, and it looks pretty good. That buck is great, the new buck, but I really do love the head sculpt that came with it too.
Yeah, it's a really good, like the face details, like perfect.
Yeah.
When it comes to Bishop, this
Yeah.
is the classic hairstyle. Like,
yeah, he has a soul glow.
It's your soul glow.
It's the he has the vampire in Brooklyn hairstyle. Remember?
Yeah, he does.
That's a great movie.
That is a great movie. Hey, possible movie talk.
And then whenever it goes on clearance, I'm gonna army build some of his buddies. So
you think it will? I definitely buy a second one if it goes on clearance.
Oh yeah, because honestly, you just have to switch off the arms and just get a generic white dude head, and you got his buddies.
Yeah,
nice. I would imagine maybe not in every area, but in my area right now, Walmart and Target, that's all that's left. There's 1 million of those bishops on peg right now.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
And Magneto, there's a bunch.
Magneto, I can see. Yeah, definitely. I can see that being something that goes on clearance. I did pick up the Rogue. Actually, the head sculpt on Rogue does not look bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually a lot better than I thought. She's in the next room, but I can't get her. But what's up, No Chewing? How you doing, buddy? Miss you, bud.
Miss you, No Chewing.
Mike Hex, there are TMNT box sets all around you. Mike Hex got this one for me.
Oh, nice. I regret bringing that back to the store now.
Mike Hex can get you one at Gillette.
I had one, and then I was like, sitting there catching dust, and I was like, why do I have these? And then I brought it back weeks later, and then I'm like home. I'm like, damn, I should have never returned that.
Update: Giant Man's at 10,663.
Oh, it's made it.
It's gonna get the zombie.
It's made it.
Everybody wants the zombie. Everybody wants the zombie head.
I want the zombie head.
Do you think if this succeeds and it gets all the way to the zombie head, do you think they'll give you more of the zombie characters from the show?
That'd be great.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Aren't they coming out with a zombie standalone series?
I think they are.
It has I remember there's one with Agent Wu. There might be a Spider-Man. I'm not sure. Yeah, you're right. There's a whole series set around the What If series.
They really could have capitalized on anybody who already has Galactus.
Yeah.
And they could have, added as a tier for Giant Man. They could have added a zombie Galactus.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
I mean, it'd be nothing to anybody who doesn't have Galactus, but I mean, it would be if somebody has Galactus, it would be pretty big.
Did the Galactus one come with a Doom head?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see that very often. Actually, I hardly see that at all in photography. I guess it doesn't have that much.
I think because it was such a niche thing. I think there was probably maybe 5 comics altogether where Galactus or Doom had the Galactus powers.
You're right. Okay, so if this backed, great, successful, really happy for HasLab, really happy for the Hasbro team for this. What do you think would be the next HasLab, which probably won't come in another year or so, but
from Marvel or from any of the Hasbro?
I would say, just speaking Marvel. Do you think they go vehicle again, or do you think they'll do? I don't think there's any other big men that they can do.
Ego, the Living Planet.
There is one way that I would have pushed my ass off to get the Ghost Rider HasLab funded, and if it was the Mastodon,
you've said that before.
The Ghost Rider, I would have probably remortgaged my home and back 4 times just so that it succeeded. My home's only, by the way, if anybody's paying attention, that means my home is only worth 4 Mastodons.
Finance my whole home for 4 Mastodons. You've said that before, and honestly, when I was thinking about the next one, I was like, the only thing I could think of is Unworthy's Mastodon Ghost Rider one.
I'd back it, and I'd remortgage my home. Honestly, I think if they were going to do anything from Marvel, the smart move would be for them to go vehicle again and have them do the Blackbird, because it can be done. It absolutely can be done. You see these people that have made customs that can fit, 6 or 7 Marvel Legends in it and still have that giant cockpit space in the back. That's got to be the next one they do.
Blackbird, I would agree with you, would be successful.
Here's an idea. Marvel or Hasbro, make the subway that Tobey Maguire stopped. Make that subway, and I'll buy it. Then it comes with the tier should be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man holding it. Yeah, just hold it. And then all the people inside, make that subway, and I'll buy it.
You know what? I'd buy that just for all the civilians that would come in.
Yeah.
A tier could be Spider-Man and Doc Ock.
Yeah, that would be dope. Or even if they did bring back the Cookie Monster. I want to buy that.
The Cookie Monster.
Have they
Yeah,
done
they had
any HasLabs that were like geared towards the MCU, towards the movie stuff?
No,
No, I don't think so.
no, it's all comic. And again, like we on last Wednesday, we had Mr. Stevie on, and he's like HasLab is meant to do like weird offshoot things like Galactus, like the Sentinel, like Giant Man. So if they were to do something, I think a safer bet might be Blackbird. Like you said, I think the Subway would be cool. It should be too complicated, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing complicated. They made the Ghost Rider car. There's nothing complicated about a Subway.
Yeah.
I see No Chewing and Mike Heck saying the Avengers Tower or Daily Bugle. That would be cool, but the size of size would be massive.
Yeah.
And you're not going to attract I wouldn't be able to back. I would not have a place to put an Avengers Tower or a Daily Bugle. I would love it, but I would have. I'd have to buy another shed just to put my Avengers Tower. And I've already got 4 sheds. I'm running out of real estate out here.
As the person that I backed the cat lair, the Thundercats cat lair.
Did you really?
And so I need to redo all my shelves. All these things I'm gonna redo all this.
You need a whole new room.
And the thing's huge, so I don't need a Avengers Tower, I guess. But yeah, that thing's gonna be huge. But you're right. Like at some point, there's a collector limit, right?
Yeah,
I like Chewie's idea. 1-to-1 Marissa Tomei.
That'd be a tier.
How about a Kevin Feige figure? Give me a Kevin Feige figure. I'll buy
That'd be cool, right?
Only if McFarlane puts out a McFarlane figure.
I'd buy that.
Absolutely.
Celebrity death match right there.
That would be funny.
Kevin Feige and McFarlane.
You know what? McFarlane could put out a gold label. He could even call it a DC Multiverse figure of himself, and I'd buy it.
Yeah,
I'd buy it right now.
I would too.
Laser layer, not cat layer. That's right. I'm going to customize my cat layer. Going back to the MC Avengers Tower, if they were to do some sort of like iconic house or whatever it might be, or I think it would have to be the X Mansion.
Yeah.
Right?
That'd be a hell of a big build too, though. I mean, you gotta have the mansion
and Cerebro.
Yeah, plus the danger room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't say
they could do a danger room. They could do a danger room and have it only be like so big, and then have it just be white with the black lines, and it's accurate. It's the danger room. Because
what personal vendetta do you have against my wallet?
I'm just saying. Okay, but Clint, if you could buy a danger room that was just the white room with the black lines, would you buy that?
No, because I have the ubiquitous set, and if I want those lines, I can Photoshop those lines in.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you'd still.
It depends what else is what the other bells and whistles are.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
it would be nice too if they made you the base, like if they made the base in the chair for Mojo where you could actually sit on it. Perfect costume for me. I'll take my shirt off, and that'd be my costume for years. I love that figure. I don't even know who the hell he is, and I love Mojo. He's great.
I guess as far as X-Men too, like for that a big wave or a tier they could do for anything X-Men related would be a big juggernaut, because they've done the Build-A-Figure wave, they've done the single or the 2-pack release with Colossus, and I've always felt like he's still pretty small. Like they need to do like a Diamond Select size Red Hulk, the Red Hulk. Like they need to do a size that big for Juggernaut.
Maybe the Deadpool 2 Juggernaut. That one was pretty cool. I like that design.
I would probably skip that one if that was the case.
No Ching says, but really Quinjet would be smaller than a Blackbird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think it should be Blackbird if they were to do something. Clint, what about Cerebro?
I mean, we all know I'm gonna get it, so I mean,
I don't know. I feel like Cerebro would be pretty limiting. Like you could put only so many people in there.
yeah. And it's like, and the comics and stuff, it's just a little computer room. It's not like the movie where it's all that dome features. So
Yeah, and also like there'd be only Professor X, Jean. Like how many people have used Cerebro? Professor X, Jean Grey. Did Hope use it? Hope Summers? Didn't she use it?
Yeah, I think Hope
she used it in
it.
AVX.
Phantom Max.
There's only so many people you could put in a Cerebro, and like,
I mean, Emma Frost, she's used it quite a bit.
Yeah, Emma Frost. Did Psylocke use it?
No, because Psylocke is more telekinetic than telepathic.
Okay. Phantom Max.
He's a robot.
What? He is?
Yeah.
When did that happen? Are we talking about the same guy? Maybe I'm saying the name wrong.
The dude looks like a Storm Shadow, just with
Yes.
black face paint.
He's a robot? Would that reveal happen?
I think that was always the case.
The one that fell in love with Psylocke and Uncanny X-Men?
Yeah. He's like a cyborg.
Well, is he a robot or I was gonna say cyborg, right? Like he's got human bits.
I don't even think he has human bits. Like he's not. I don't think he's really human at all. Yeah.
So I thought he was human to begin with.
No, I think he was computer first, and then
did he turn human? I feel like there was a storyline in Uncanny X-Men where something happened. They lost him, and they got him back somehow, but it was a different body.
Right. It's been a while since I've read those.
I need to reread that. Phantom.
What's the character? Phantom Menace.
Phantom
Max.
Yeah.
I don't freaking know who we're talking about. You said Storm Shadow, so that's all I was thinking of. That's all I know. And
it looks like it definitely looks like Storm Shadow.
Stay with us.
Now, what if HasLab did like instead of doing a great big thing like a giant man or a vehicle, what if they gave you a pack like a legit comic pack of Apocalypse and the Four Horsemen, like new sculpt, kind of a bigger Apocalypse, and then you have the new sculpt with like Gambit and Archangel. They could be something that could be done.
And Apocalypse can grow in size, so he can be pretty large.
That's something actually. I have the Toy Biz Apocalypse. I have like that Danny that one that you gave me, the Build-A-Figure one.
Oh yeah.
That he didn't tell me about.
Sorry.
I did.
It's pretty sweet.
But we're gonna not go there.
The AOA one, Age of Apocalypse one. But I think they've done so many iterations of Apocalypse, this won't work, but it would be cool to have different sized like Apocalypse or like different stages of Apocalypse and then end with the big one. That might be cool.
Yeah, and like to do an Apocalypse, it wouldn't even have to be just X-Men, because if you think about it, like he's feuded with people from across all kinds of, like you could throw in a early Viking Age Thor with Yarnbjorn. Like he feuded with Thor, way back in the Viking Age. Like they could add a lot of characters to a Apocalypse wave or Apocalypse HasLab.
I like that idea of like a unique set, like of figures. But I'm just thinking like a big company like Hasbro, they probably want the most bang for their buck, so why not just release them as toys?
Yeah.
Well, once they have the sculpting, yeah, they could do that. I mean, they said they weren't going to do that. The Ghost Rider, they weren't going to do him after the Engine of Vengeance failed, and like you've got that buck used on with Long Shot.
Oh, is that what they did?
I think so.
It's exactly just different paint, and obviously a regular human
face. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I do. Now that they have a giant man, like a giant man mold, I wonder if they're going to reuse that.
They could. I mean, what's his name? I always blank on his Goliath. You know, they could do a Goliath. But who's gonna? You know, unfortunately, who's gonna buy a Goliath? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, for the same price as Giant Man, nobody's gonna buy it.
Yeah. Yeah. They wouldn't. Yeah. And going
Yellow Jacket. I mean.
Yeah. Or maybe just like a different Giant Man, like the MCU Giant Man, maybe.
Yeah, people, with like a Paul Rudd face. That could be the first MCU movie.
That's something they could start adding to Hasbro Pulse. I've been thinking about, like, just Pulse exclusive head sculpts. Like, you just buy the individual heads.
Yeah.
Add some more value to those subscriptions.
That's a great. Yeah, I like that idea.
Because we get it. Like it's pricier to put these figures out than it used to be. So I get why we had the lack of accessories, but that could be another way for us to get those extra pieces.
Yeah,
I said that with like the Power Rangers when they did the new wave or the remastered or whatever the hell they're calling the new Power Rangers wave. Like, if you're doing the remastered with the open morphers and like that's the selling point is you got the morphers as accessories and you got a closed morpher, open morpher. Okay, well you're giving me a Black Ranger. Why didn't you give me an Adam head sculpt and a Zach head sculpt?
Sure, yeah, both of them.
Same with you gave me a Red Ranger. Why didn't you give me a Jason and Rocky? Leaving money on the table.
Yeah, the Turbo figure was the one that I was like, why didn't they just put a Jason head sculpt on that one too?
Yeah.
Update before we switch gears. Giant Man is at 10,925. So we're only about 1,100 away from the zombie head sculpt, which, my God, if we get the zombie head sculpt, I'm gonna go to sleep a happy man.
Now, if it doesn't get to the zombie head sculpt, are you gonna unback it?
No, I'll keep it reluctantly. All right. Well, hey, everyone, this week the movie was Total Recall, the Arnold version. And
the Arnold version.
Oh, Clint watched the wrong one.
I watched them both. I did.
Just to make sure. Now, this movie itself, 1990. It earned about over $100 million and was deemed a success.
Oh yeah.
Surprisingly, it never regained the number one position because I think it was going up against a bunch of different like movies. What was it? Hunt for Red October, Ghost, Dances with Wolves. Is this all right? The same year, really? Jeez,
sounds right.
Pretty Woman, Ninja Turtles, Home Alone. Yeah, I guess that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much a box office smash. I mean,
yeah.
That being said, it was also, I think I read this right. It was probably the most expensive movie made at that time.
I believe it.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And let's not forget, it this is a rated R movie, so very hard to make a huge profit on such a select audience, right? Nowadays, they want to make it like PG or PG-13, so many more audience people can get in those seats. Approximately 261 million worldwide, so that's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And surprisingly, not surprisingly, was bashed for its extreme violence and gore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things I thought of watching it again. I was like, because it had been a while since I watched it, but I was like, wow, this is really gory, like overboard gory.
Mm-hmm.
Like unnecessary in some points. You're like, all right, they didn't need to do
Mhm.
that, but
Like the part where he's holding the human shield there and they just keep shooting rounds in him in the escalator. I was like, wow, this is a lot more gory than I remember.
it
And
was
then
really
the-
gory.
And then the Mars surface scenes.
Yeah,
That traumatized me since day one. Or
That's like the
Clint's
opening
never-
scene too.
Clint's never going to space.
no, never.
But no doubt, that is like that is one thing that does scare me about space. It's like, dude, like if there's a small tear in your spacesuit, you're done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mythbusters did an episode about that though. Like that's not exactly what happens. Like,
Oh, it isn't.
but I mean, is it? I mean, okay, Mythbusters, you're real smart.
I mean,
So,
that is kind
Did
of
you
what
see the
happens.
movie?
I mean, that is kind of what happens in submarines.
Yeah. Don't go on a submarine either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, initial thoughts. What do we think?
Really good.
Yeah.
I think it aged well.
Yeah.
I still love it.
There's a lot more going for it than just action fare. It's especially with whether or not you believe did this actually happen or if it was a dream sequence.
Yes.
Because they deliberately wrote it in a way that whichever way you think it happened, it's plausible it happened that way. It's just whatever you think choose to believe.
I totally agree with you. I think there were some parts of that movie I'm like, I think other movies stole from this movie.
Oh yeah.
And you're right. The way it was written, like not just like the movie itself, and I agree with you. Like it held up for me. I was like, oh my god, this is pretty good. Like I'm really enjoying watching this. Like the whole plot twist of just him being the bad guy, and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot about this part. Like and then he chooses not to be himself. I was like, wow, that's really messed up. And also when who's that guy that comes in, he's like, this I'm the administrator and this is total of recall, and like this is all messed up, like I'm trying to bring you back. I'm like, this could happen too. Like like there are definitely a lot of movies or TV shows where something like that happened, where it's like, you know, the hearing or whatever. But there was one part where, you know, right in the beginning, was it? He says to Sharon Stone, like, clever girl. I'm like, oh, that's right from Jurassic Park.
Same.
The red pill to return to reality, like Matrix.
And originally, Minority Report.
Yes.
That was supposed to be that was originally intended to be a sequel to this, but dots never connected. So
to Total Recall. Really?
Because
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it's based on a Philip K. Dick story, who wrote the basis for this one and Blade Runner.
Oh, okay, yeah, it says it right here. Oh my gosh, an early attempt at a sequel based on Dick's Minority Report became the 2002 standalone movie. Okay.
I did not know that.
Wow, that's crazy.
I do want to say one of the first notes that I wrote down as I was watching it is I said this movie should come with a warning. Warning, Sharon Stone's workout outfit may cause some unexplained swelling.
Shit.
But she's warming up doing that whole tennis routine. I was like, all right. I gotta get me a robo tennis partner here.
That was definitely Sharon. Like that was before Basic Instinct, right? Or was that after?
I don't know. I thought it was Basic Instinct.
Let me just look this up. Basic Instinct was 2006. Okay. So, wait, no, that was Basic Instinct 2. Sorry. Basic Instinct.
There's a second one?
1992. Yeah, basic. There is a 2. I don't know who's in 2.
I was going to say, I think this is one of...
Sharon Stone was in Basic Instinct 2. Wow, weird.
Wasn't...
oh, yeah, I think I've seen that one.
I think Total Recall is like one of Sharon's first like kind of big breakouts. Like I was thinking it was before Basic Instinct. I was thinking this is what got her the job on Basic Instinct.
And I think you're right,
because it's the same director as Basic Instinct.
Oh,
and that's what got her that role.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have to say, like, prime Sharon Stone, prime. Like, Basic Instinct, she was great, but this is prime Sharon Stone.
Like, I'll go ahead and say it. She easily gave the best performance in the movie.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay. All right.
That's a bold statement.
That is.
And I stand by it, and I can justify it.
She was really good. You're right. Gosh. I haven't gotten to MVP yet, and I'm still thinking about mine. I do have to say, Arnold, man, he really showed his acting chops in this movie, I thought.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't go too far into his normal Arnoldisms, but
yes,
he was believable. Like, you didn't doubt him as the protagonist as a second. Like,
one thing, you know that taxi driver robot?
I can relate to him.
The Johnny Cab.
It's the guy I can relate to the most of the I got five kids. I got five kids.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought never mind.
The robot.
Oh, I was talking about the other one.
I know. No, we'll get to him too.
Yeah,
I loved him.
The robot always freaked me out when I was little.
You know,
mainly because he closely resembled Chucky.
I felt like while I was watching this and the scene where he's telling him drive and he's like, I'm not sure what that location is. I go, I think this is what happens every damn time I am trying to interact with my technology. I get this mad. I'm going to smash my phone just like he smashed the Johnny Cat.
It's such a Johnny Cat. That's right. Thank you, Maurice. Also, I did write when he showed up, I was like, the guy from Kung Fu, that's the villain. Crazy. And then it did another close up. I was like, oh, that's not the guy from Kung Fu. Looked really close to the guy from Kung Fu, though. Rest in peace.
Oh, David
Carradine.
Yeah.
I don't know who the guy was, though.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I actually was just looking at my notes again, and I forget the first one that I actually wrote down was when when they're in the living room and he's watching the news reports through like the window screen and like shuts off and it shows the leg. Maybe it's just because I just watched Superman versus Batman: Dawn of Justice again, but I was thinking, is this the same lake that Ben Affleck's Batman, like his little hidey hole is on? Like
the Mars Lake?
The lake that shows on the windows. Like I was like, this looks like exactly the same lake that Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne's hidey hole is on there, where Martian Manhunter shows up.
I mean, both were very relaxing locations. It looked like Ronnie Cox. All right.
Yeah.
It could have been. I don't know where that was.
There's more than one lake in the world, dude.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised because Snyder likes to sneak in little, nods to other movies. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of based, like, because it was kind of had that square shape to the building or the house or whatever with the lake behind it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Snyder kind of snuck that in there as like a homage or whatever. But
that's
I know it's completely just coincidence. But That was one of my first things I was thinking. Is this the lake from Batman versus Superman?
Danny, what do you think?
I'm biased. Anything Arnold related, I'm gonna enjoy, whether it's bad or good. It's Total Recall. It's a great movie. I love action, gore, the waitress with the three amigas. That was great. It was a great movie. I enjoyed it. Every minute of it. Anything Arnold anything Arnold from that time. Arnold was the man. Yeah, any movie you could put him in, whether he was doing his Arnoldisms or whatever, he was awesome. Awesome. So I enjoy it very much. So those are my thoughts.
Well, let's move into some categories. Or Clint, were you going to say something? Sorry.
Now, my only other notes are my categories. So.
I have one more thing, if I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
The jingle for the commercial jingle for Recall, like the place.
What was it? I don't remember.
I wrote it down. I kept rewinding it so I could try to remember how to sing it. The memory of a lifetime. Recall.
Oh, did you notice that product placement wise, Coke was on Earth and Pepsi was on Mars?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
I did not notice that.
Yeah. A lot of product placement in this movie, especially for a movie that takes place in 2084. So,
yeah, I do remember the
still going strong.
I do remember the Pepsi on Mars. And I'm like, oh man. I did at one point. I did say, what was it? The hotel that he's on Mars looks like Terminal E at Logan Airport.
That's another product placement. It's still called the Hilton. Like the Hilton makes it that long too. That's pretty good.
And I did write down some of the other ones. Fujifilm, Philips. Yeah.
Those were on Mars? Fujifilm has a
those
resurgence.
Those were what? Sorry.
Those were on Earth, like when he went downtown.
Oh yeah.
So I started Googling to make sure all the companies were still around.
I'm just trying to look here if I. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my notes. All right, MVP. You're saying Sharon Stone.
Well, she's. I don't know if to put her as my MVP or my sixth man. Because I will say she was sorely missed after she was killed off. I would have liked to have seen her continue on as probably instead of her husband character, that bad guy. So
yeah, I think she could have had a swan song. I think she could have been redeemable.
Yeah, not really redeemable, but just I found her more interesting of a villain than some of the other ones.
I mean, let's all face it. I mean, like all of it, like every time she's like, come on, like, you know me. She did that like 4 or 5 times throughout the movie, and every single time it's like, yeah, take her back, Arnold. Take her back. It's okay.
How could you not?
And then in the split second, she's like, hell no, motherfucker.
When she kicked him right in the face, she's like, this is making me come to this planet. I was like, oh, she's a bad one. She's a bad girl.
So what are you gonna say for your MVP?
Come back to me on my MVP.
I'll say Arnold did it for me because at one point towards like 3/4 of the movie, I just wrote a note. Arnold's a great fucking actor. Like I forget what part it was in the movie that made me say that, but he was like, I was like, man, he is really good in this movie.
I just thought of like you just saying that, like you watching the movie, you're quite like, man, Arnold's a great fucking actor. Like I just picture you like by yourself.
I did say that by myself. And I was like, oh, I gotta write that down.
I agree with you, Chris. Right. No, I was gonna say I agree with you. Arnold was my guy too. He was the guy for me in the movie.
It's funny. I already put Arnold for you because I knew you were gonna say that too.
No, it was Arnold. It's Arnold.
I have a hot take for my my MVP.
Okay.
It's and hear me out. Let me explain it. But I think the mice that he gives the that he takes
tracker.
out of his nose, I think they were the MVP. Because man, those mice can dodge a bullet. Those mice were all over the place. You know, I'd like to see Arnold dodge that many bullets without using his watch thing there to displace him into another area. Those mice dodged at least 50 bullets before they got it. You know?
I looked away at that scene.
At the mice scene?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't like mice, or you knew they were going to die?
No, I don't. I don't do mice. Nope.
Well, let's face it, they weren't mice; they were rats. But yeah.
I was trying to be nice.
All right, mice MVP. I'll give that.
If they can dodge a bullet.
Yeah. Clint, have you come around?
I'm going to go with Arnold as well, even though the last line of delivery at the end was very bad compared to. He's like, "What if this is a dream?" That line, I was with him all the way till then. I'm like, why are you going to let me down now?
Yeah.
But I'm still going to give him MVP.
Also, it kind of goes without saying, like, what if it was a dream? He didn't need to say it. Like,
yeah.
We were all kind of thinking.
Yeah.
They got the end. I will say this is probably going to be more of my nitpicks, but the ending got very cheesy.
Yeah, it did. No doubt. How about Sixth Man? Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone for me.
Yeah.
I think my sixth man is old triple nipple there. She was not in enough scenes. She could have been in a lot more scenes. The scenes that she was in, she could have done without the shirt. I mean, who wouldn't? I would love to meet an alien with 3 boobs.
She was the actress that played. She was in. I want to say she. No, was she in one of the Bill and Ted movies?
The actress, or with somebody with 3 nipples?
The actress.
The only other movie I think I've seen somebody with 3 nipples was Little Nicky.
Little Nicky, that was it. That was probably it. That's what I was trying to miss out. Danny?
Benny. I got 5 kids, man. I got 6 kids. I love that dude. Every time he was on, I just laugh. Even now, like when I watched him, I was like, man, I can relate to that guy. And like I love how he switched it off. He's like, wait, I thought you had 5 kids. He's like, hey, you got me.
You got me.
I loved him, man. He was great. You know, it's funny. He's in another movie, and he used that. I think it was on. Was it in Fresh Prince? He was in a movie or a show, and he used that same line.
Really?
He was like, I'm trying to. He said something, and he was like, I got 5 kids, 6 kids. If he's used the same line, but he was great. Every time he was on, I was like laughing. I was like, damn, this guy got a lot of kids, and lo and behold, I got older and. I got 5 kids, man. I got 6 kids, man. I loved him. He was great. Every time he was on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Sharon Stone for me too. All right, LVP.
Quado.
Really?
Now the prosthetics and effects for him, great.
Those were amazing.
Everything, it was underwhelming when we actually got to him because they've been talking about this guy through the whole movie. And then besides the obvious mutant factor, it just basically looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger's golf buddy. And I'm like,
you kind of expected Kawato to be like an alien. And then it's
a little bit grander, like.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the Chucky attached to his chest was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So
I
yours
my kids
isn't
the same after that.
So you're saying it's not actually like Quado, but the guy who embodied Quado.
It's still both. Like I was underwhelmed by both because we got the psychic scene and then that was just it.
Yeah.
That was kind of
But yeah.
Unworthy smiling. What do you?
My 6 men is I have 6 men. I have 2, and it's Helm.
Wait, 6 man or LVP?
Oh, least. Oh yeah, sorry, LVP. Sorry, it's 2. It's Helm, the white-haired dude that drove Richter around. He was useless, and Benny, the taxi cab driver. They were both useless. They were both good for damn nothing other than stressing me out. Like how Helm, I'll make my case. How could Helm not be? He's reading, he's watching his thing, and telling them, "Oh, he's over there," and then they're wasting all their bullets over here. Oh, he's over here, and he's wasting all his bullets over here. Like, how could he not see that this thing's moving? And like looking, it's a wide open space. How is he not like it's moving, but there's nobody moving? Like, how could he not know it was a rat? But then Benny too. Benny was useless. I think that was his name, right? Yeah, Benny, the cab driver. What a prick that guy was.
I got 6 kids, man. How he's not useless. He's trying to work.
I think he had no kids. I think he was a prick that was just out here working as a double agent.
You got me.
It
was because of it. He wasn't useless because he was the one that got Quado killed. He was the one that got him killed.
That's true.
It was because of him.
That's the only thing he did.
That was a big person in that alien thing. He was the guy, and he made it happen. He got 6 kids, man. Shit ain't easy. He was great. I loved him.
I do have to say that scene with Helm was hilarious because you're like, over there. How many times are they going to do this? They literally did it like 5 times. The scene was so long.
Yeah. Richter, what a useless asshole he was too, by the way. But
over there. Oh man. Toy Attic, LVP.
For me, the guy with the big old like tumor in his face, whatever the hell.
Oh yeah,
he sucked. He's just such a. He was such a. What did he say? He made He said something to Arnold. He said, and he's like,
"Look who's talking."
And I was like, "Burn!"
Showing your face here.
Burn.
It's like, wow.
So, yeah, he was useless. He was like the big tough guy, but then he's like, he didn't really do anything. So he was like, "You were."
That's a good one. That's a good.
Benny was better. Benny was better.
I'm gonna have to go with Helm because that was too funny.
He was so useless. I mean, anybody who's ever shot a gun before, like you got to make sure that you're paying attention. You're not shooting nothing. They're in a warehouse type setting that could just blow up in any second. They're on Mars, for crying out loud. The only good thing Helm did was when Richter when they escaped, when Molina and Schwarzenegger escaped, and he's like, don't shoot the dome because the dome's gonna blow up. Like, that's the only good thing he did. That's the only useful thing he did, because that movie could have ended there.
I will say the one useful thing he did do was getting killed by Thumbelina. Glad she got killing. I was like, yay, you go, girl.
Yay.
You get it, girl. all 2 foot 4 inches of you. You get
it. Best scene. It doesn't, I guess for this it also could be a memorable scene too, and not necessarily best, but yeah.
I'm gonna probably say his escape scene from his house
with the X-ray.
With the X-ray, and then the useless bot with the random body bag shield. That was a pretty exciting sequence, I thought.
I'm Sharon Stone's tennis scene. Is my favorite scene. I watched it like 5 times last night.
I'm probably gonna say the scene where Arnold kills Benny, and he's like, "Screw you," and then he like puts the little screw things through the machine. He was
That's a good one.
I like that
Yeah,
scene.
they
That whole
both got
action
pretty messed up in that scene too.
Oh yeah.
Like with the gears.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the escape scene that Clintastic said. Like, as I did write down, like that X-ray scene was like super iconic. Also, what is also a memorable scene to me is when he dresses up as that that lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a note on that actually. What the hell? He could get a fat lady disguise, but he can't change his clothes underneath the fat lady disguise.
So this is going to go in line with my nitpick. What was the actual plan here?
Yeah,
like
Dick Fix said it. 2 weeks. Like, did he only have one line to program? Like, that was it?
Probably.
I mean, we know he hasn't been to Mars, but come on. Well,
yeah, he really messed that one up, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, you were home free, dude. Like,
yeah.
So
and also, how did Richter automatically know it was Quaid?
Yeah, all the other mutants around. Yeah, that's a good point. All the other mutants, all the other weird shit. How did he automatically say, shoot that lady?
Yeah.
It was like, no, he didn't say shoot that lady. He was like, Quaid. Or like,
yeah.
How do you get that from that?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That was definitely an iconic scene. Like when he like gets out of the head and...
Yeah, but it wasn't a programming error because he threw the head. He threw the head at them, and the head said something. I don't remember what the head said, but it said something witty. And then
it's like get ready for a surprise. Boom.
That's what he started to program with. That's
exactly what happened.
He's definitely gonna say this. All right, let's go to unanswerable questions. I have a few.
I feel like here's mine. I feel like somebody hates Ronnie Cox, whoever made this movie, because you notice how he had a similar, like, really bad death compared to like he kind of died the same way. Well, I mean, minus the like the whole head exploding shit, but like he died a horrible death in RoboCop. It's like he died really bad in Total Recall. I was like, somebody really fucking hates Ronnie Cox.
Well, it's the same director too.
I was like, they fucking hate him in this movie. I was like, that's sad. He got shot at Beverly Hills Cop 2. Like, what the hell's going on with Ronnie Cox, man? Everybody hates him. Yeah.
So, my question is, would the atmosphere change be that instantaneous?
So, I wrote, it takes 45 minutes for my air conditioner to cool my room. It took Mars 5 minutes to create an atmosphere.
No. It was way less than 5 minutes. Because they said they only had like, before they even got to the mining shed, they said 5 minutes. So that fight wasn't quick either. So.
Yeah. I had that. That was my question too.
My unanswerable question, and it kind of goes along with that, is was the eye bulging? Did it need to take so long at the end?
No.
Did it need to have that long? Because it goes with what you guys are saying. With how long does it take for the atmosphere to change? Like, shouldn't they have died? But also, did it need to go on that long? Like, couldn't they have tackled each other out of the windows like after they started the machine? Like, did it need to be a solid? It felt like I was watching that scene for 30 minutes. It felt like that long going on with that guy, like his eyes popping out. Oh, it was brutal.
I mean, I also wrote this too. how are they not seriously messed up from their heads almost exploding? Like
Right.
it's like the atmosphere came and they're all normal again. Like that's not how the body works.
And they also made a point to mention that's how the mutants became mutants, is because lack of oxygen in one of the older areas of Mars and badly insulated. So
I felt it went on for longer than it needed to.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. But also, like, how are they not messed up?
Yeah, you don't just stop swelling like that. I mean, I threw my knee out 2 weeks ago, and I feel like it's still swollen.
Yeah, exactly. I got a calf cramp running, and it's still sore. Another, I reworded this question. It took Earth billions of years to form an atmosphere. It took Mars 5 minutes. When they were shooting the Quaid hologram, how were they not shooting themselves? Like, how were they not shooting the other guys on the other side?
Right?
That's true.
Like,
I didn't catch that. Yeah, that's a good point, though.
because on my second rewatch, I was like, wait a second. That's
Right?
not how bullets work. Yeah. Because and then a couple of seconds later, they do that where they do end up shooting each other.
Yes, exactly. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Then what I did understand was, and maybe my definition is wrong, but when he's in recall and they're like, choose your ideal woman, and he says brunette, and then they choose a black-haired woman, and I'm like, aren't brunettes brown-haired?
That's the only scene I would have enjoyed, like if it was like real life.
Is that am I wrong on what a definition of brunette is?
I guess whenever I always consider like blonde, redhead, and brunette, and I always lump brown hair and black hair together in brunette, I guess.
Really?
I mean, whenever I talk about Rhea Ripley, I always think I want a big muscular lady with all these tattoos and brunette hair, but Rhea Ripley's got black hair, so I guess yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That whole time I would have been describing the lady. I could picture the guy just look at me and say, "You know, this lady really looks like Unworthy." But why does she have a Green Lantern hat?
I said woman.
Like, that's what we're doing. Oh, okay.
But did you select the demure or sleazy option for Unworthy?
Oh, both would be right. Both would be right.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I think the only other unanswerable question is, why is Hauser such a prick?
Yeah, I don't.
What's up with that? Like, how did he get it? How was he so nice in his? How is he such a good guy, like a beacon of hope in his brainwashed state? But Hauser is like kind of a grimy. I think Hauser is like the ultimate villain of the whole thing.
Yeah. He is. Yeah, he is. I guess that was one of the great twists of that freaking movie.
My only other question I had is, why is no one whenever they get the video calls, why is no one already looking at the camera? They always have to do a turnaround or like, oh, here's the camera.
Yeah.
Well, dramatic effect,
Yeah.
I think Ronnie Cox was the worst. Like, he'd be completely turned around or like off to the side, not even like you'd just see part of his face, and then he'd jump on. I'm like, especially nowadays, you're already like making sure you look decent on the camera. So,
justice for Ronnie Cox. That man's had it bad.
I mean, I guess our nitpicks kind of ran into unanswered. Do you have any nitpicks that we didn't talk about?
Not enough triple nipple.
Yeah.
I disagree.
There's just enough.
Yeah.
There's plenty. He thinks there is plenty. I think there could have been at least like 5 more scenes.
Yeah.
Well, if the girl could actually act, maybe, but
Don't need her to act. She could just sit there with her mouth closed. She didn't need to act.
All right, let's go to rating. Scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best movie you've ever seen. It actually could be 0 to 1, 0 being the worst movie. Glintastic.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Is there a reason it's so low?
What do you mean?
Reason that you, or do you have a reason for the rating you gave it? Like for it not being
A 3.5 is a good rating for me. Like nothing's ever gonna get a 5-star. I'll tell you that much.
Nothing's ever. What is a 5? Well, actually, no. I don't want to. Let's get a bunch of movies under our belt for maybe someday you'll surprise us with a 5.
But
I'm gonna say it's a 4.5. I'm gonna say it's a 4.5.
Oh wow! Okay.
It's got everything that I want. It's got action. It's got comedy. It's got 3 boobs on one person. It's got Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's got it. I had a hard time finding anything about this movie that I didn't like, other than Benny and Helm. I did not like those assholes at all.
I got 6 kids, man. 6 kids.
Hey, what was the quote you kept on saying from Bloodsport last week? I was thinking about this all week because I thought it was
you lose, American asshole.
American asshole.
That's gonna be my line when if we go out to
Yes.
Con and they go drink and then somebody tells me when I'm like really drunk, I'm gonna look at the guy next to me. He's like, "You lose, American asshole."
I just love that when I'm paying for like an exclusive or like some figure, you're just whispering that into my ear.
I'm going to now. Yeah.
Please do.
I'm going to.
Danny, what was your?
Come on, Chris. It's a 5 for Danny. It is a 5 for me.
Can I just say, Danny's had 3 5s in a row. Revenge of the Nerds, Bloodsport.
Listen, no. In all seriousness, I'm really no. I didn't give Revenge of the Nerds 5. I gave I did. Okay, whatever. All right, whatever. Well, any Arnold movie.
What did you give Batman Forever?
I gave it a
5.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I should have gave it a 4 because it's good. It's Jim Carrey. I'm really biased with any Jim Carrey or Arnold movies. I'm always gonna give them a 5.
I'm actually gonna change my rating.
Oh.
I don't think that's allowed. I don't think it's allowed.
I'm bumping it up to a 4.
4?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm giving it a 4. I enjoyed it. I think it's
you lose, American asshole.
5 kids.
I got 5 kids, man. I fucking love them, man.
Benny was what's keeping it from getting a 5 for me. Benny's an asshole.
Honestly, he was an asshole. He was an asshole.
Oh yeah,
he played a big role. Again, he played a big role on why they killed, whoever that guy Quano. Yeah, right. And they killed him. Wow. But it's like after you watch the movie. Like I watched the movie when I was younger, and I was like, all right. But then I watch it again. When I watched it again to do this review on it, he was like 5 kids, and the whole when Christmas said, "Man, you can fucking act." I sat there and said, "Man, I feel your pain, bro." It's like I feel you, bro. It's like I got 5 kids. I was like, me too, man.
You're
me too.
Hey man.
Hey man. Hey man.
So
yeah.
So kind of want to do a vote here. Do you think it was all a dream, or did all this actually happen?
It all happened.
Yeah, for my sanity's sake, I have to say it happened rather than that it was a dream.
Well, then again, it would be so dope. Like I love that it's that theory of not knowing whether it was, because it would be dope. Like if the ending was he woke up and all that shit never really happened. Like he was oh fuck that, because he again he was going in as a secret agent. He was picking his woman out So it would have been dope if they would have did something like that in the end. But like again, like I got 5 kids, man. That was real. That was real to me.
I would, you know, when I was younger and I watched this, there was a part of me that was like, oh, maybe it didn't happen.
Mhm.
But now I think it did because I only say that because I thought Inception did that better.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, did it happen? Like,
Yeah.
is he still in a dream?
That was the theory for a long time with a lot of Walking Dead fans that
Mhm.
Rick would wake up in the hospital and all that stuff never happened.
Oh, really?
That was like a theory for a long
for the
time. And
show
I really,
or for the
for the
comic
show,
book?
for the show. And I thought it was a great idea if they would have pulled that off, where like the season finale would have been him at the hospital waking up, and his wife and kids would have been there showing up, and he would have been fine. It's like, I really dread this whole shit.
His
Like-
wife and Shane are coming out of the bathroom like, oh, hey, he's away.
And then he goes in his ear and he says, "You lose, American asshole." I'm gonna keep saying it. I love that fucking thing. I'm gonna watch Bloodsport. I'm gonna watch Bloodsport now.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at my Bloodsport and I'm like, 4 point. I did a 4. Yeah, 4 is right. All right. So you know we've done a rotation. We did do a vote last week, but I think we'll just nominate Unworthy. Do you have a nomination?
I'm gonna pass my nomination because I will not be able to be on next month. So
No worries, no worries.
I think that goes to
Clintastic.
shit. Actually, it goes
Oh no, it goes to
me.
Danny.
Oh man, I don't feel good about.
Let's
passing
do it.
on to him.
Danny, this falls on the heels of Halloween.
Oh man.
Well, not really
Oh,
Halloween.
well,
Halloween
believe it or not-
Eve. Halloween Eve.
Well, I mean, let's. I mean, I have a. Well, this movie definitely won't get a 5 from me, so I'm not gonna tell you what rating it was. But if you guys want to watch, Never Hike Alone 2 is on YouTube for free, and we watched. Chris, me and you watched the
We watched
first.
the first one, right?
With the second one, what debuted on the 13th, on Friday the 13th. So Never Hike Alone 2 is on.
Oh, last week?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. And yeah, so it's on there. So it I don't want to get into it because again, it will never get a 5 from me, but it had its good moments. If you want to do that one, but honestly, because it is Halloween, let's review The Thing. I want to review The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Okay, let's do The Thing.
Yeah, let's do The Thing. I like the movie. Love
Let's
that
do
movie.
the
It's gonna be
damn
like,
thing.
Let's do The Thing.
let's do the damn thing.
We'll go with The Thing.
The Thing.
All right. Well,
But you should watch Never Hike Alone too.
I definitely will. I like that first one.
Yeah, no, it has a lot of the cinematography. They like went up, like they did a really good job. I mean, some scenes, some characters in there, I was like, I wish they weren't in because they really like screwed it up. But like, there are some great moments in that fan film. And my name is in the end of the backers. Like you can see my name in the end. It's
Oh,
up there.
nice. Really? That's
My
cool.
government name. So it was nice to like look and then the movie be over and then they thank all the backers and like I was like, I wonder if my name is there. I was like, I'm there. Showing everybody, see that? See my name? See my name? It was nice that they did that.
You know what's funny about you saying that your government name's in it is I actually got a message from somebody last week about the video, the promo we did where I was doing the dance and I kept on banging on the thing. I was like,
Yeah.
Danny. They're like, I can't believe he lets you use his government name. I was like, joke's on you. That's not his real name.
That's right. It's Felipe. No, but I would. You should watch it, Chris. You guys should. Matter of fact, you guys all should watch Never Hike Alone. The first movie for a fan film. It's like it stays true to like the Friday the 13th type stuff, and like for it to be the way it is, and even the director to kind of like take the role of Jason. Like he does such a great job.
Yeah, Clint, I actually just as kind of like a film buff guy, I think I'd like to know what your thoughts. We're not going to watch that for next week, but I think you'd find it entertaining in terms of like just the myth and lore of Jason, but also like Danny said, the cinematography in that. They do some really interesting things for like amateur like movies. It's interesting. Yeah, I honestly thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give it a watch.
So before we go, one last update. Giant Man is at 11,643. Like, I think we're gonna hit that zombie point.
Right on the cusp. You're almost getting that zombie head.
I think we're gonna get it. Gentlemen, thanks so much, man. This is honestly, since like the movie piece has been really a lot of fun for me. I hope it's a lot of fun for you guys too. And talking toys and also just hanging out. Everyone in the chat, thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for hanging out. Maurice, really appreciate all of your Total Recall facts. Tripping with Toys said, "What happened to number 6?" I think that's a movie, isn't it? I think we may. That's a movie, right? And I think it's about like kids with powers. That's what I think. Tripping with Toys, if you're still in here, just if you can confirm. But otherwise,
I was thinking of that movie with the sisters, but that was Whatever Happened to Wednesday or something
Yeah,
like that.
that movie's so good, and I love that movie.
Oh yeah.
Before we go, some plugs. What do we got? Unworthy.
We have this week coming up on A Worthy Addiction on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. We have the culmination of the Hecktober giveaway. Mr. and Mrs. Bubsy Wubsy are going to be on. We're giving away a quarter scale Freddy Krueger from NECA. And we're going to be showing off everybody's shots from the month. Trying to condense everything into one big reel. I might just do one shot from each person that is entered because there's been a lot of entries. So, and I'm dropping the promo for that tomorrow morning.
Oh, nice!
Can't wait for everybody to see that. Yeah, and Black and Wednesdays and No Justice final week, both this week coming up, and I think from the last time I looked at the poll, I think it's going to be Michael Myers versus Peacemaker by a landslide. So cannot wait to shoot that picture.
Oh,
just clarifying.
Yeah, he kept switching back and forth. It happens. I almost forget I have 7, and I think I have 20.
See, that's I'll be right there. Whatever happened to the 6th kid? We got
there. You go.
Right. That's right.
It's like Girl on the Train vibes.
I'll be on State of the Art tomorrow for a special Halloween episode. With,
nice.
Art and Antisocial Horror. One of his buddies is going to be on. We're going to be talking Halloween horror movies, and we're going to be talking horror collectibles. So it's going to be a special episode tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm excited for that.
He showed me some of the promo art for that one. That was
it was funny because he tried to he messaged me because he's a great artist. He messaged me. He was like, I was really trying to make the Michael Myers. Well, I spoiled it. I was really trying to make Michael Myers really look like you. I'm like, okay. It looked great though. It's fantastic.
It looked really cool.
No, it does. I'm excited for that because I could talk horror movies all day. And then I'm gonna get to meet this what is it, Antisocial Horror. He has a big following on TikTok, and he does like a lot of horror stuff, like big time. So it's gonna be nice to talk to somebody who's like invested in it like all the way. So it's gonna be awesome. And just hearing people's like opinions on like movies and like collectibles and all that fun spooky shit. But again,
so
like
a special episode tomorrow, not on Wednesday.
Yes. No, not on Wednesday. Not on Wednesdays. Tomorrow, 7:30. It's tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah. Art has 2 streams set up. One's for tomorrow, one's for Wednesday.
One for Wednesday. But like Unworthy said, no, the UC No Justice Horrific and the Black and Wednesdays final Thursday and Wednesday of the month. Black and Wednesdays is gonna take a much needed break for a while. So I'm excited for that. But I'm excited. Great week.
You guys are hustling, man. Pretty awesome. You guys got a lot of stuff going on. Especially can't wait to see what Chubsy. I'm hoping he wears the suit.
I hope so too.
I'm sure he does. This week on TBC, last week, if you missed it, check it out. Mr. Stevie was on. That was a lot of fun. We talked all Laser Man. We talked all Oh man, he was a good sport. We talked a lot about Giant Man. We talked about some amazing photos as well. This week it's just the 3 toy daddies. We're just hanging out and we're talking about photos and probably Spider-Man 2, which I've been playing a lot of. So,
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Been taking up my free time. So, but everyone, thanks a lot for joining us. Can't wait to see you all next week, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Toy Talk.